So hi, everybody. It's Therapy Thursday, and I am Justine Froelker. And today's Therapy Thursday, as they all are, is fairly personal. So I will start with a little story. So I am going through a really big change in my life. And, well, I am not sure I have ever been more scared in my entire life. More on that in a little bit. So I have not been as diligent on my routine and my self-care. So I will give you the scenario. It's 10:38 p.m. and I'm in bed, and Chad looks over and says, "It's really late. Are you getting up at normal time?" Because my alarm goes off at 4:44 a.m. And because I have been struggling with jumping out of bed, because I jump out of bed. Alarm goes off that early. I stretch really long in bed and thank you, Jesus, for this day. Please use me. Where shall you have me go? What shall you have me say? And to whom? I am your vessel. Like, that is how I start my day at 4:44. I have for years at this point. It's a little bit earlier recently, but like, I have not been jumping out of bed because at 10:38, I am in bed with my phone, scrolling Facebook and Instagram, striving and trying to build this platform and making sure everyone is responded to, because I do all of that myself so far. And Chad says, "You've been staying up really late and you have not been doing your nighttime routine." I know that because my telltale sign of struggle is when I am scrolling social media in bed, even though my rule and the thing that I teach everywhere I go when I do a speaking engagement or a class or anything like that is that there is no technology in your bedroom, TVs included. So my telltale sign that I am off track is scrolling social media in bed, because this is what happens. Then your brain literally says, you don't need to do your gratitude journal. You don't need to read because you're already really tired. You've been scrolling. You're already really tired. You don't need to unwind your brain, which is complete bullshit that your brain tells you to sabotage you because it's more comfortable to just keep scrolling and then try to fall asleep. Sure, you're going to fall asleep fairly fast because I'm tired. I got up early and I had a full day, but it's not restful sleep, because the last thought before I fall asleep is freaking social media and not gratitude and prayers and breath like it is when I'm doing my work. And so when Chad looks at me and says, "You're scrolling Facebook and you're staying up later and later every night," is that shame? Is that him shaming me? Or is it truth and love and accountability? Because there's two sides to this. Like I shared last week, shame is not motivating for change. You will not change your life if you have people in your life who shame you every day. More on that in a bit. Most especially when you shame yourself. There's no point in changing if you are telling yourself that you are a piece of crap, and there's no point of changing your life. He wasn't shaming me. He was telling me truth and love and accountability. What are you doing? That's not in alignment with your values. That's not the work that you love. He is keeping me accountable with truth and love. The trickiest part is that so often we turn that crap into shame ourselves. Because let's be honest, especially as adults, there's not much in our life, or many people in your life, hopefully, that are actively shaming you. However, I bet you're walking around like a victim saying that they are, because you flip it to shame. How easy is it for us to turn what someone says when they are showing us truth and love and accountability, to turn that crap into shame? Well, I'm just really struggling. I'm just really struggling, and don't shame me into changing. Like, I need to, like, that's crap, and that's victim mentality, and that's not going to help you change your damn life. I am struggling because I see my last client today. I have been a therapist for 19 years. I have been in private practice for 10. And I am closing my private practice and I'm scared to death. Like, I don't have a backup plan. I am not making enough money yet with Plexus. The next books are not ready to be published. I don't have an agent. My platform's not big enough. I am not ready. And so I am choosing to numb by scrolling Facebook in bed. And when my husband looks at me and says, "What's going on?" That's not in alignment with your work. That's not in alignment with who you want to be, with filling yourself up and recouping. Like, of course, he's not saying that. I mean, he's a dude and an accountant. So, like, he does, good Lord, he does really good because he has been Brené'd the shit out of. But, like, it's not him shaming me. It's truth and love and accountability. And it is my job to make sure I receive that accountability without shaming myself, because that's not going to help me change it. What's going to help me change it is to love myself with grace and permission. Grace that it's okay to struggle and fall off track, and permission that it's okay to feel scared shitless of this huge change that I'm making in my life. And that accountability with myself, that numbing out with wine or shopping or Facebook or perfecting through your kids or busying yourself, is not going to help you live in alignment with who you are and who you want to be, with your values standing in your sacred truth. And so you surround yourself with people who love you and hold you accountable with truth and love. And you work so hard on changing your shame stories to hold yourself accountable, because that is what's going to change your life. So I will give myself grace that what I'm going through is really scary, and the permission that it is okay to struggle, and that I can feel both of these things at one time, that permission of the end, that I can feel so excited for this journey and scared to death at the same time. And I best not listen to the enemy or the lies of shame and the things of this world, because that is not where my truth lies. And it will keep me stuck and keep me in shame and not enoughness and keep me scrolling fucking Facebook, which doesn't help me serve the world. Because when I'm doing that crap at night, I am not in alignment with what I teach or what I value in my life, which means I'm not loving social media like I love it, because I love to teach on it and use it for this. So your assignment today, that was one hell of a soapbox. I will not apologize for that. Faith Wrestle Friday will be live tomorrow, because the journey that I'm embarking on is obedience. Catch your shame stuff. Hold yourself accountable when you say people are shaming you and when you're shaming yourself. It will not help you change your life. Now, when Chad looks at me and says, "What's up? Like, you're staying up later and later," that makes me feel guilty. Or he doesn't make me feel guilty. I choose guilt. I'm going to choose guilt over shame, because guilt is motivating for change. And scrolling Facebook in bed is not good for me. It does not help me stand in my sacred truth and serve the world with my gifts. So who in your life is holding you accountable? And are you choosing shame over receiving their truth and love? Because it's easier to stay stuck. Known misery is so much more comfortable than the unknown possibility of this happy life. And I promise you, this wholehearted life of this work is so worth it. Deeper relationships, more satisfying work, and you don't hate yourself so much. So, as always, please head over to my YouTube channel. I broke 600. I still got to hit 1,000, and I broke 100,000 watch minutes. And Instagram just released that they're going to let us do videos now, which is huge. Please support my businesses for the content I provide you. And comment, so this can be a dialogue and not just me talking at you because I know how quickly your shame will turn that into me telling you how to live your life, when in reality, I'm just sharing with you what has helped me in my life. Shame, one tricky son of a bitch. Thanks for being here, and have a good Thursday. Make it a good Thursday.